Hello and welcome to Game of Box Office. Today we will analyze the box office performance of Ant-Man. Let's start with some statistics. Ant-Man was released on July 17, 2015 in 3,856 cinemas and ran a total of 154 days until the last performance on December 17, 2015. The film was produced by Disney with a budget of $130 million and received an PG-13 rating. It opened to $57.2 million and finished its run with $180.2 million in the USA and Canada. In addition, Ant-Man grossed $339.0 million in the rest of the world, resulting in a combined total of $519.2 million worldwide. Ant-Man had quite a barrier to overtake. After Age of Ultron grossed an incredible $1.4 billion worldwide, it was Ant-Man's job to get the Marvel Phase 3 to a great start. Unfortunately, most people were hardly disappointed by Age of Ultron's quality, so a lot of fans were not so open-minded towards the Ant-Man after that. Trailers and marketing went pretty good for the movie, but still, no one was really knowing back then if Ant-Man would provide a good money rein for Disney and Marvel. Luckily for them, the director of Ant-Man, Peyton Reed, did a pretty good job with the movie, and when the first reviews came out, Ant-Man was widely praised and way better received than Age of Ultron. It even got better reviews than Iron Man 2, Iron Man 3, the first Captain America, both Thor installments and the Hulk movie. Just Guardians of the Galaxy, the first Avengers film, Captain America the Winter Soldier and the first Iron Man came in above Ant-Man when it comes to audience reactions and ratings by critics. When Ant-Man opened to $57.2 million, it was a good sign for the movie. Of course are the opening weekend numbers from the last Marvel films before that way higher, but you have to keep in mind that Ant-Man was an origin story from a not so well known hero, and the last films before the Ant-Man were also all sequels besides Guardians of the Galaxy. To have a better comparison, the first Thor and the first Captain America both opened to $65 million, just slightly better than Ant-Man, and that's impressive considering the more known source material of Thor and Captain America. Ant-Man went on to hold pretty well over its run, and finished with $180.2 million in total in the domestic market. The 3.14 multiplier of the movie is another sign for the very good run over the long distance. And with that, Ant-Man is, besides the first Iron Man, the first Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, the only movie out of the Avengers universe to accomplish a multiplier of above 3. With close to $340 million overseas, Ant-Man closed with $519.25 million worldwide. With that, Ant-Man grossed more than the original Hulk, the original Captain America and the original Thor worldwide, and was just overtaken by the original Iron Man as well as the original Guardians of the Galaxy movie when it comes to comic book origin films out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. A pretty astonishing achievement however you turn the facts. So what can we say in conclusion about Ant-Man? The movie came out in a pretty bad place for Marvel after Age of Ultron, but Ant-Man destroyed the doubters and showed a great performance for the first movie of this very little hero. The domestic total, the overseas gross and the worldwide total are all numbers that don't have to hide behind the other numbers that movies out of the Avengers universe are pulling off. And with Ant-Man 2 also probably on the way in the next few years, the franchise around this little man in a suit will become maybe even bigger. The drop rates are good. Over 150 days in release for a fan-driven film is also quite an achievement, and on top of that it even managed to outgross some other Avengers Universe films. All in all, the Game of Box Office team rates Ant-Man with the grade B+. Our upcoming video will be an analysis about Blade Runner, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, or a prediction about The Huntsman Winter's War. We hope you enjoyed this analysis. Be sure to hit a like and subscribe to our channel. You can also support us on the social networks listed below if you want to. See you soon. Bye bye.